Man, this game is so relaxing. Like, my goodness, I forgot what a treat this was. Oh, I just want to enjoy the music for a little bit. Aw, man. It certainly has me feel in some kind of way. Is the thing. Are you the one? Are you the chosen one that will come with us on this journey? Are you the one fated to be my freaking second in command, essentially, after Turtwig? Because that's kind of what my Starly was in my first ever playthrough. Because I only ever had the 2 Pokemon. I was new to the Pokemon series. I didn't even think about, like, fully developing a team of 6. The thought hadn't occurred to me. And I literally just had the 2 Pokemon of my Torterra and my Staraptor. And the Staraptor probably only even got to a good enough level because of the EXP share. Most likely. Like, it's hard to remember from back then. All I know is that my team was Torterra and Staraptor was the thing. And they were my fated, like, duo, essentially. Those are my 2 go-tos, and I never even considered putting anybody else in my party, really. I started using the legendary after I caught them, but, like, it was still mostly up to those 2. Those were, like, my 2 go-tos. My first in command and my second in command. My Turtwig and my Starly. That fully evolved into Torterra and Staraptor. Like, those were the 2 heroes of my first ever Pokemon journey. Was that I don't need to add a Starly. I just realized I already have it here. Because I was planning on catching one was the thing. So I can turn that on, but I need to move everybody else down now. As a thing. So like... Boop. Line them up. Magikarp's gonna have to move in though. Yeah, something like that. So we got Starly, the Starling Pokemon. Because they are weak individually. Well, they form groups, however they bicker if the group grows too big. I got to read that on my stream there. Yeah, so this will be the, I guess, second in command of this journey. Evening to you as well, Damo. Welcome to the shenanigans here. Hope you're doing well today. I am now conflicted once again. Because, like, I never nicknamed them back in the day. But these will be, like, my two kind of main Pokemon, I guess. Is the thing. The 2 heroes of the journey to kind of emulate my original Pokemon journey with Diamond from so long ago as best I can. But I never gave them nicknames. Yeah, what's the word character? How what? I don't understand the question. I don't quite. Yeah, so this is essentially, my plan is for her to be my second in command, essentially, because that's the, oh, how many letters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's so dumb considering you can only name your actual character up to 7. That's so silly. My goodness. But yeah, I'll come up with something here. Should it be another reference to another game that I've played? Like, that's what most of them have been so far, the different names. Is the thing. Yeah, this is someone that I should probably name because of, you know, these were my 2 main Pokemon from way back then. Burbs is the word, my goodness. Definitely not that, though. But yeah, since I never did nicknames back then, like, I could always go with something simple like Star, but that's too typical, you know? That's probably too typical of a name to name here. I don't know. Maybe I'll think as I pet the doggy. Hi? Hi. How are you doing? Doing okay? Wow. Like, let's think here. If I want to reference some, oh, I almost knocked over the Pokemon Platinum case. I can't even see on the camera anymore because I turned the camera up. If I wanted to reference some other games I played, I mean, another game that we've recently, like, wrapped up at least another playthrough of on the channel is Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Could always go with something like Byleth. I do like Byleth and 3 Houses at least. I don't know. I straight up do not know. I could always look at like the Smash roster, see if I get any ideas. But like, ah, crap. We're gonna be stuck here on the screen for a while at this rate, just because it's so difficult for me. This is something that I probably should have planned out before, like, doing this, because I straight up do not know is a thing. That could be an interesting name, but also, I guess a reference to the player character or something like that. Robin, no way. Referencing another bird. I don't think. Yeah, not something that would be too typical, I guess. When you said Robin, part of me thought Robin Hood, and then I was like, what if I named this Starly Hood? But that's like, I don't know, that's strange. It's strange, though. Hood? Oh yeah, Robin from Awakening is also technically a second. Oh, I was thinking Robin like the bird, though. Is also a thing. You are so relaxed back there, aren't you? My goodness. Well, what are some other games I've played here? I'm looking at my shelf over there. Is the thing. What are some games that I've enjoyed on the Switch? There's Octopath Traveler. What if I gave a name from that game? The characters there would be Tressa, Primrose, Ophelia, and Hannet. I don't know. I don't know about those. What are other thingamabobs I could always go with like another Xenoblade reference. Wait. My Turtwig is named Malos. If I named my freaking essentially second in command here, Mithra, as another Xenoblade 2 reference, I was just saying about having multiple Xenoblade 2 references at once. But in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Malos and Mithra are essentially like counterparts, two sides of the same coin, you could say. Like they're, I won't give like Xenoblade 2 spoilers, but they're connected in a certain way. So if these are like my two like in command characters, and they're both Xenoblade 2 references. Huh. And Ophelia is also an interesting name. Think about Octopath. I'm just thinking, because we wound up naming our Turtwig Malos, it technically works with that. I don't know. But Ophelia isn't half bad either. I mean... I'm on the edge between Mithra and Ophelia. Like, Mithra works for the freaking counterpart for Malos. But Ophelia isn't also isn't half bad. That's the thing. Crap. Crap. It's so hard. It's so freaking difficult. We're just gonna be here for like 10 minutes. This is what's gonna happen. Oh, the difficulties of naming. My goodness. Like, it works for the symbolic kind of counterpart and such. Yeah, I think we're just gonna do the symbolic counterpart. Is what we're gonna do. Oops, I pressed the wrong buttons. I'm used to my 3DS thingamabob. But I'm sorry to hear about that, Eagle. I do hope that it gets, you know, sorted out and stuff. Oh, I need to switch as a different thingamabob here. So we need to do this to have it in the order. I guess it doesn't matter if it's in the order of like the right side of the screen there. Sure, 2 Xenoblade 2 references, which also I guess helps, you know, kind of celebrate Xenoblade 2 being in Smash now and such, you know? Is also kind of the thing. Because yeah, they're the counterparts in that. I was not anticipating naming conventions like this, but sure. Our 2 in this adventure will be Xenoblade 2 references of counterparts of one another. So I mean, I could always go ahead and give her some experience like this. It's almost done. Well, that's good to hear. That is good to hear, at least. Yeah, we'll go heal up here. That's what we better do. Man, I just want to load up the freaking Diamond Pro Platinum OST and just, you know, shuffle it. And such, you know, is kind of what I want to do. Well, We're developing a party and such. I don't know how the party's gonna change as it goes on. I don't know about that. I never understood what these dudes were doing as a kid, but I realize now that they're probably like on, you know, Nintendo DS's is the thing. Like the other trainer, double happy by having a whole item and trading. If only you could just give people items and stuff. No Cricket Talker's name is Malice. We all have the greatest names in this series. I mean, when it comes to Malice, thinking about that, we could always yoink some names from things like Zelda games, thinking about Malice, for example. Because Malice makes me think of Breath of the Wild and such. Like, if we ever catch, like, another burb, we could always name the burb Rivali or something like that. Mitha or Bosa Daruk. So we have Orberg Gate here. And I'll turn Donkey Cam back on. I just figured, like, in case I use the beginning of the cave for a thumbnail. That sparkling new Poketch. Your awkwardness as a traveler. You're still a pretty new trainer, aren't you? But it's all good. You're a new fellow friend of Pokemon. So, let me make a gift of this hidden machine to you. A tamed HMO. Oh, we got our first HM? Is this Rock Smash, but we can only use it after the first gym? That hidden machine, or HM for short, contains the hidden move Rock Smash. Pokemon learning Rock Smash can smash small boulders in the field. Oh yeah, I still haven't caught a Bidoof to like do all this for me, have I? But the trainer has to have the gym badge from Orberg City. If you don't have that badge, you can't make a Pokemon use the hidden move Rock Smash outside of battle. You're just not allowed to. It's against the law. The freaking cops will come after you if you dare break a rock without beating the first gym. Like, the audacity. It's against the law for a reason. You know? But yeah, what was I about to say? We're gonna have to catch a Bidoof at some point, and the Bidoof is gonna freaking... These are HMs for such... Oh, crap. Geodude. I really hope that we don't fail running from battle. Wait, I don't even have to run from battle, because this might actually be a good opportunity for... Whoops. For this. That's what we might do. What if we just had a freaking party of Xenoblade 2 characters? I'm not gonna do that. No way. No way. So, are you gonna have Sturdy or something? Nope. Apparently not. Apparently you don't. Well, sure. Okay, neat. Yeah, so can't go anywhere further there at the moment. Yeah, I always figured, like, if Diamond and Pearl did get a remake, it'd be so cool to have them presented in a new modern style, like having the Pokemon actually exist in the world instead of being just random encounter spawns. Like, that has been one of the best changes of games like Let's Go Eevee and Sword and Shield, is the fact that Pokemon actually exist in the world instead of being random encounter spawns. It helps the world feel alive, helps you find what you need to, helps you avoid Pokemon better. Just so many things that just help the world so much. But no, for the Diamond Pearl remix coming up, they're like, nope, let's just do the exact same random encounter system of the original. Let's sigh. Let's sigh. Ow. So rude. Let's tackle you. That is what we do. And this is the Pokemon Police. We have logged on unauthorized use of cut without the Cascade badge. Imagine. We're gonna need you down at 109 Street right now. There's word of somebody using Rock Smash, breaking rocks without the proper gym badge. Yeah, random encounters are outdated. I agree with that. Like, I have a lot of problems with Bravely Default 2, for example, but one of the things that I do really like about that game is the creatures actually existing in the world rather than being random encounter spawns like in Bravely Default and Second, even though you could adjust the spawn rate in those games, which was also a nice quality of life thing. Yo, imagine being sent to... I assume that you probably wouldn't get sent to prison for using an HM when you're not supposed to. You'd probably just get, like, hours of community service or something. Like, you're breaking rocks when you're not supposed to. 10 hours of community service. Like imagine. Imagine for a hot ticker here. Yeah, use growl, whatever. See if I care. See if we care about that. Because we don't. Look at that super quick attack. It's so fast. But yeah, I'm thinking that maybe next time we hop into this game, it should be like during the day instead of during the night and such. That's actually a good thing Sword and Shield added visible Pokemon counters. Absolutely. I mean, technically it was first added by Let's Go. Technically, but yeah, it was definitely one of the really nice things about Sword and Shield. For sure. Yeah, we're gonna keep on doing this Swaparoo thing for a little while, which is gonna be annoying, but like, it is what it is. It is what it is, though. So, I mean, sure. We'll go ahead and do that. Just for more experience and such. Ow. Well, not more experience on Mithra specifically. I had no idea what to name my Pokemon before this playthrough, and lo and behold, our main 2 Pokemon have suddenly become Xenoblade 2 references. Did not see that one coming. This is what happens when you play Pokemon casually and actually decide to name Pokemon and try to figure something out. My goodness. Hi. Sup, how's it going? To celebrate my getting through this cave, I'm going to battle you. You just wait there, wait for somebody to pass through to try to prevent them from going through the cave and stuff like that. Yo, I've said openly that this is an emulator, is a thing. Because while I can stream footage from my 3DS, it has to be 3DS games specifically. For some reason, I can't do it with DS games, because I don't have a 3DS capture card. I don't even think you can get 3DS capture cards anymore. I don't think that that's a thing. But yeah, it works for 3DS games, streaming my 3DS to my computer. But the software that lets me stream games from my 3DS to my computer to OBS doesn't work for DS games. I guess because the 3DS enters like a whole different mode for DS games, I suppose. Like the software that I use that streams my 3DS footage to my computer just like stops working the moment I open a DS game, unfortunately. So that wasn't an option as much as I would have liked it to be. But once this file is done, we should be able to transfer the save file from here to my actual 3DS. And then with that, we should be able to transfer these Pokemon all the way until the, you know, the modern games and such. But yeah, I mean, I'd play games like this on, say, my Switch instead, if they actually bothered to make classic titles available, is a thing. And that's true as well, is that it does make events possible too. Because, I mean, I do technically have an action replay around here for the Nintendo DS. I don't have one for the 3DS. I don't know if my 3DS would accept it. So, like, might not even matter. Howdy, trainer. Huh? Uh-oh, you don't have a single gym badge? You better do something about that. I'll take you to the Pokemon gym. Huh? There's someone there. We'll talk to you next time, you one-day-older piece of crap. Is what we'll do. But for now, it's 2:03 a.m. Probably a good place to wrap things up and such. This could also be a good game to potentially, like, grind in while doing other activities, like streaming other games in between rounds or something like that. Like, in between rounds of Dead by Daylight, we typically grind in games, like currently that's Bravely Default 2. This could also be another thing for leveling up, like, under-level Pokemon in the wild and stuff like that. You need a special power saves editor for the 3DS. I actually have one. Well, I definitely don't, so I really wish that Nintendo would actually make, like, their classic games available on, like, the Switch. But they're like, hey, NES and SNES games, let's release those as an incentive to buy into our online scam. And then the rest of our classic games, we're just never gonna freaking release those, just in case we want to make a quick buck off of quick ports like 3D All-Stars, or just make like really low budget quick remakes like the Diamond Pearl Platinum remakes, instead of, you know, actually doing what every single previous remake has done in the Pokemon series of making a new modern take on a classic title instead of just changing the art style. And that's the only big change from what we can see so far. We'll see. Like, maybe the remakes will surprise me. Maybe. So, we shall see. Yeah, the reason that they don't have the Virtual Console on the Switch is because NES and SNES games incentives for online, and all the rest of their classic titles creates like a drought of these classic titles that makes people more motivated to buy things like 3D All-Stars when it's like the most lazily freaking slapped together thing I've seen in a long time. And then they say, oh, we're gonna stop selling it on March 31st, so you better go out and buy it, especially before like the holiday seasons. Like, go buy it for Christmas or whatever the heck. Like, it's currently March, so 3D All-Stars just straight up isn't gonna be sold at the end of this month anymore. I don't really like what Nintendo's become. They still make some fun games a lot of the time, and I've been a Nintendo fan for, like, I've been a primarily Nintendo fan for most of the time that I've been into video games. But, like, man, the freaking thingamabob. Glad I didn't buy into the hype of 3D All-Stars. The only reason I bought it was to showcase it as a content creator and see if it really is, like, better than the originals or if it's much different. It literally just is the original slapped together and emulated and such. Like, in Sunshine, for example, which used to be a 4x3 game, but they changed to 16:9, there were some effects that were 4x3 that they did not fix to be 16:9. Like, before they patched it, if you did like a speed burst with FLUDD underwater, there'd be like these little blue boxes that appear on the edges of the screen that you wouldn't see in a 4x3, but is now visible in a 16:9 that they didn't bother to actually put in there. Also, in Mario Sunshine, before it was patched out, in a couple of the non-FLUDD levels, there was literal debug squares that showed you the paths where the blocks traveled, which was never an issue in the original game, but would be things that showed up on emulators like Dolphin, which really just goes to show that playing these games on like the official 3D All-Stars is literally just the exact same experience that you'd get with like an unofficial emulation like Dolphin, you know? So only top notch for Nintendo quality nowadays. But yeah, so the only reason I bought 3D All-Stars was like showcase it as a content creator. If I wasn't a content creator, no way I would have bought it. And I think that's the same thing with the Diamond Pearl remix coming up. Like, I'll buy them and play them to showcase them on the channel and stuff like that. But if I wasn't a content creator, I think I would honestly skip on the coming remix and just play Platinum like this and enjoy it. Like, I straight up don't think I'd buy the remakes. Hey, oh, Nintendo's been doing business since the Switch launched. Yeah, the Switch has been a bit of a turning point. I'm working on a video essay right now analyzing how Pokémon has changed since the Switch released, and why I don't really like the direction that's gone and such. So, and another reason that I actually started this playthrough of Pokémon Platinum is so that I get footage of Pokémon Platinum to use for that video essay, is another reason that I'm starting this playthrough. So, there's that. I'm working on like 3 different video essays right now. I have no idea what order I'm going to release them in, but there's been a couple that I've had on the backlog for a while. I have one on Age of Calamity that is 2 different videos. One is like 95% done and the other is like 25% done. I have one on Fire Emblem 3 Houses that's like 75% done, and then there's the one on the modern state of Pokemon, like Pokemon, the story of Pokemon on the Switch essentially, and the direction that's gone, that has only just finished like its script writing. So we'll see how the production on each of these goes. Editing takes a long time. I have thought about hiring an editor before, but like there's just something satisfying and just reassuring about doing it myself, I guess you could say. Anyway, she must be dreaming about something back there. I don't know what she's dreaming about. I think she's running in her sleep. The doggy. Well, she's dreaming about something. She's running in her dream. Maybe, I was about to say maybe she's dreaming about something relaxing like the nighttime Pokemon Center theme, but probably not if she's running. Well, I guess she stopped running. Don't know what she's dreaming about, but something there. Dog dreams are cute, they really can be. Sometimes, it's really rare, but sometimes she'll let out like really tiny barks in her sleep. I guess not this time. It's weird, she's sleeping, but like, her eyes are like very slightly open. Hey. No, she closed them more. Well, saying hey like that didn't get her attention. When Husky's nightmare, she gets really loud and whiny and it's sad. Yeah, when she gets nightmares, she just, you know, comes to her people for comfort, or, you know, she's a bit of a grump sometimes. Sometimes she'll just like get up, readjust, and plop back down and be like, I don't wanna talk about it, kind of attitude. Anyway, this has been a nice first session of Pokemon Platinum. this game definitely has me feeling some kind of way. This is definitely not going to be one of those playthroughs that I rush through just for the sake of covering it and then moving on to further games. I can definitely see this being like the game playthrough that I come to play when I just feel like relaxing on stream and just enjoying myself, just relaxing, having a good time. That's probably what this game is going to be for this channel for a little while. So with that, thanks all who stopped by and hung out for this first session of Pokemon Platinum. I have no idea how long this is going to wind up taking. It's probably going to wind up taking a long time. Maybe if we do it on and off in such a way that leads up until the release of the Diamond and Pearl. Is there an actual, like, day date on the Diamond and Pearl remix? I better check this right now. Brilliant Diamond. And then, what is it? Shining Pearl? Shining Pearl release date. Like, is there actually a day set? It just says 2021. Yeah, tentative 2021 release date. So it's not actually a day yet, so don't know what to shoot for that. But Platinum's in progress and such. So with that, thanks all for stopping by and hanging out. I'm gonna go listen to some route themes from Pokemon Diamond Pearl Platinum and pass out is what I will do. So until next time then, see ya.